welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment, boxing capital of the world, the food capital of the world. It's just amazing what's going on here in Las Vegas. This is the fastest growing town in the whole United States. Unbelievable what you got here. Anyway, today we're going to have a special guest, and I'm going to talk about something very special because I never had a guest on the show of this caliber. This gentleman is a gentleman that brings a lot to his people in the island of Puerto Rico. But let me talk a little bit about Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States. So Puerto Rico is USA. And a lot of the celebrities we have come from Puerto Rico, a lot of heroes of Puerto Rico, let's put it that way. We got sports, actors, singers. I'm going to mention a few. And some of the great ones are in baseball, Roberto Clemente. You got Orlando Cepeda. And boxing, you got Felix Trinidad, Wilfredo Gomez, Miguel Cotto. And actors, you got Rita Moreno. And then you got singer Ricky Martin. And golfer Chichi Rodriguez. Singers Victor Manuel. And Gilberto Santa Rosa, Tito Puente, and many more. There's so many entertainers out of Puerto Rico, so many heroes out of Puerto Rico. But there's this gentleman that I have on the show today, being that last week was Veterans Day. Last week, we have a veteran who's here with us today. His name is General Rafael O'Farrell. Welcome to the show, Rafael.
Thank you very much, Joe Cortez.
Okay.
I'm delighted to be here with you.
Well, it's an honor. You know, we had dinner last night together and with our friend Fernando and the other friends that were there present. And to my surprise, he was to say, Joe, we're going to have a surprise for you. And there you were, Rafael O'Farrell.
A surprise was for me, sir.
You know, it was like an honor to be with a veteran, a two-star general.
That's affirmative. I only wear one, but I did got the second one.
You got the second one, right. Can you tell us a little bit about how did you get started with in the military?
Well, before of everything, my greetings to everybody watching your show, which I know it's you have a good audience out there.
Thank you.
It's delighted to be here. Yes, I am what we consider a citizen soldier, and I did my career at the National Guard. Before I was a regular Army, and then I was, because I was I'm working for the pharmaceutical industry, I did my career throughout the ranking file as well as in the military. So I went to the university, get my BS bachelor. Simultaneously, I became a second lieutenant. And from there, we keep on studying and working and all the way to the ranking file.
Now, you were involved with when President Obama with Guantanamo Bay.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, sir. I was the Deputy Commanding General for Guantanamo Bay back in 2008. In fact, when he said he was going to shut down Guantanamo, we were there on a mission to take safe and custody and treating the detainees at Guantanamo. I was the Executive General for Guantanamo for a year and a half.
Wow. So you were a two-star general. I mean, it was amazing that you got to that level. There's not that many individuals in Puerto Rico that got to that ranking that you've accomplished.
There are few, and in my case, I did. I believe I'm the only one that being a commander as a general in time of war, commanding combined forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Marines. We did that for a year and a half, and also we worked other missions before Guantanamo.
Wow. Now, how did you get started? I mean, in the military. I mean, what made you get into the military?
Well, there's another thing. As an athlete in the university and ROTC, okay. I worked my study as a minor career as a military.
Okay.
Then I've been on a second lieutenant, and from there you need to continue with your basic course, your advanced course, command general staff, and you keep on as you go flowing into the different echelons of leadership. And I will say that this is a good opportunity for all the youngs out there to do a career in the military, because it will help you out for the rest of your life discipline, career-wise, and be organized into life.
Now, you have a daughter who's in the military. Was in the military?
Yes, sir. She's my hero. She went to Afghanistan and Fallujah
Yeah.
as a sergeant, and I'm very proud of Stephanie,
Stephanie's her name.
as well as the other two.
Again, now the other two do what?
They work for FEMA, one of them, and the other one is a work for Genera, which is the power distribution company in Puerto Rico. And I have another daughter that she's a PhD in education.
Education, very good. So you've done very good for yourself. You've been a hero to them as well.
Well, you got to be proud of your child.
Yeah,
and,
you're proud of them.
Improve generations.
Exactly. Now, what in Puerto Rico, you mentioned the military is a good career for individuals, the youngsters to get involved with. But in Puerto Rico, what's happening in Puerto Rico these days after the Hurricane Maria hit? What's happening in Puerto Rico these days?
Business-wise,
Yes.
employment.
Both, combination of both.
Puerto Rico is going to is evolving. It's being developed, and of course, all of us went through the pandemic. We were hit by the Hurricane Maria.
Right.
Immediately after, we were trying to reconstruct the island, we were hit by the pandemic. So the island has been a little bit struggling, but always there. Puerto Ricans are very, very positive in maintaining and preserving our values and our culture.
Good. And now you retired now from the military. How long you been retired now? Since 2000?
2016.
2016. Okay, and what are you doing these days now to keep yourself active?
I just retired from my civilian job a year ago, and now I am forming a new corporation where we're going to be supporting the Puerto Rico development, giving employments, and supporting the economy.
That's good. So you getting Puerto Rico back on. I mean, I was
On
there.
their feet.
Back on their feet. I was there 2 weeks ago, and I was very impressed with what I saw. Because I went there when Hurricane Maria hit. I went there a couple of months later. That place was destroyed completely, and now I went back 2 weeks ago, and it looked like it's back again, back to normal, almost.
Bear in mind, after Maria, we got the earthquakes, then we got the pandemia, and it's been a lot. We went through a lot of strugglings.
A lot of battles.
A lot of battles that we needed to
But
work out.
you refuse to take the full count, right? No full count. Nobody takes the full count. Some guys, they quit. Puerto Ricans don't quit. They keep going forward.
No, we keep it working, and it's a beautiful island where the people is very warm and they help each other.
Okay. Now you're here in Las Vegas today. You came out for a convention. You're here at a convention. I picked you up at the Mandalay Bay. Well, tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, there's a national convention for janitorial and sanitization.
Right.
They do this every year
Okay.
throughout the different states.
Right.
And Puerto Rico have a committee where they come and look what's new for sanitization and cleaning properties and different aspects.
So now with this COVID, I hit everybody was sanitizing and all that. Now you guys coming up with new chemicals, new standards of keeping everything more sanitized than before, or what?
We will say that the chemicals are there. The different projects on cleaning. It's a matter of teaching people to become healthier or doing the right things when they wash their hands, avoid conditions, adverse condition, and take care of themselves.
Again, now, is it safer today now than it was years ago before the pandemic? I mean, with the pandemic, everybody took everything for granted. Now people are more cautious about maintaining cleanliness around the homes, around the work environment, everything. It's always...
I would say cautious and educated, which is very, very good to say because people have taken reasoning what things will harm their health.
Yeah, exactly. I know that today people are more cautious than ever before. I know I am. I mean, I got hit with COVID pretty bad before the vaccine came out. and I got hospitalized for 5 months. I was
That's-
there, and it was pretty rough. But you know, I try to educate individuals out there about the vaccines and about cleanliness, keeping themselves more sanitized and better than before.
That's correct, and what you're saying is totally positive. You know, it's a matter of having discipline and work the steps as it should be, operating procedures like in the military.
Yeah. Now you went to military. I was in the Army back in 1963, and I was stationed in Fort Hood, Texas. I did my basic training in Fort Dix, New Jersey. Then I did my advanced infantry training in Fort Hood. Then I got onto the boxing team, even though I couldn't box for the boxing team, but they kept me as a coach, and I was still active a little bit in the pros as well. But I was there.
Beautiful.
But
beautiful.
but it was a great experience. I think, like you said before, our youth out there should get more involved with the military, because you individuals out there watching, either parents or you youngsters yourself, it's a great career to get involved in the military, because it definitely teaches you the right steps in life, the discipline, the self-esteem, the confidence level, all grows when you get into the military. You learn how to do things the correct way, because sometimes we take things for granted, but when you're in the military, you have to take orders. It teaches you a lot of discipline and get you on the right track for sure.
Yeah, and you become a follower and a leader, and they teach you how to work with different echelons of people in the rank. In fact, sometimes we think that the military is only arms and war, but it's not like that.
Exactly.
They educate you very well. In fact, I believe I won the first and only Puerto Rican to go to war college at Harvard University, which is an opportunity that not too many people believe that we can take. They have opportunities to continue studies in national security or their preference in engineer, psychology, or different areas. The one that I choose was national security at Harvard.
Good. And of course, by getting, there's a lot of benefits involved with the military. When you get out in the military, you're able to apply for different, like the VA loans, for homes, for mortgages. They guarantee your loan.
They have their opportunities to do better in life.
Yeah, better in life, and you also get a good health program.
And you will see that a lot of soldiers has been able to educate their family and get the plate in the table with the military.
With the military, yeah. Now, did you do a lot of traveling throughout your career in the military?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just some of the places that you travel around the world.
Yes, I will say all U.S.
Yes.
Basically, in the different forts or training areas.
Yeah.
That's West Side, Fort Dix, Fort Drum,
Fort Bragg.
Fort Bragg. That was my headquarters when the invasion to Iraq.
Right.
We had Fort Lewis in Washington State.
Right.
Puerto Rico, of course, is a beautiful place to train in Camp Santiago Salina. I went to Greece, Chile, Peru, Dominican Republic.
Any places in Europe?
In Europe, Greece, Italy, Spain, Rota, different canals, Canal Suez, Gibraltar.
So you've been around the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're like a gypsy.
Well, you got to go where the mission is.
That's it.
You got to go where the mission is. But I will say Panama Canal as well.
Not so many people. I've experienced going to the Panama Canal. Been there for boxing, and I've seen I was there with Roberto Duran, the great Roberto Manos de Piedra, and I remember the Panama Canal, believe not that wide.
No, it's an art. It's a beauty to see how they manage to cross the ships.
Yeah, how to get them just like inches from the wall.
Side by side.
Yeah,
side
right?
by side.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, that was a good experience being in Panama one time. But I tell you, you've been an individual that people look up to. I'm sure that in Puerto Rico, have they written a book about your biography? You read something?
I'm in Wikipedia all over the place in the web. And yes.
What's your biography? And is it like a book about your whole history?
Well, you see, you're saying if I'm going to write it?
You're going to write it. They'll book
Well,
out-
let's see. One of my son is doing a few pininos, as we say in
Yeah,
Spanish.
you got to do. You definitely got to do the life story about Rafael O'Farrell.
Thank you,
Because
sir.
you're somebody
Thank you, sir.
very few in between. Very few individuals that got to your level.
We will look into that. We will
Yeah,
look into
a good
that.
movie about Rafael O'Farrell. I mean, you've been to places, you've done things that not many people have accomplished. You definitely got to do a big book about your biography, about your life, and maybe a movie.
We'll look into that. We'll look into that. A few of the things that we also did in the past was I represent Puerto Rico at the Pan American and Centro American Games in 100 dash and 200,
Wow.
and in soccer. On my early days,
Oh, yeah.
in my early days, I was part of the Olympic team.
Now, you were inducted into the 2018 Veterans Hall of Fame, is that
Yes,
correct?
sir. Yes, sir.
Good,
And as well as in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, as a combat general.
Oh, really? Unbelievable. So you made some great accomplishments in life. You definitely need to get a book written about Rafael O'Farrell. I mean, somebody that it's an honor to be here. I mean, it's not every day we get somebody like him on my show. So for me, it's a great honor. You know, we had a good dinner last night.
No, for me, it's an honor as well, and I am delighted to be on your show, sir.
Well, I tell you, we had a good time last night, huh?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Good food, and the companion was better.
Yeah, great. Now tell me, what do you see on the horizon for you now that you're retired from the military?
Well, we will continue now that we are in this era. My vision is to give what I have learned, anything that I can do for the society. I will plug into that, NGOs and non-profit corporations, as well as doing my corporation that we have done with the team that you saw last night, and help Puerto Rico continue to develop and offer
Employment for employees. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, you're definitely doing the right thing. In other words, you're paying it forward. You've been blessed in so many ways. You're still young. You're healthy. You got four beautiful children who are very well to do these days in their lives, and so you're paying it forward. You continue doing the right things in life. And
That's the today mission that I plugged in
now, you
myself.
told me something that you were also involved a little bit with the World Boxing Organization.
That's affirmative. I'm, I guess, with your friend Francisco Valcárcel.
Yeah, you're the president.
He's the president of the WBO.
Right.
He's been for several years.
Yeah, right.
And with another friend of yours, Gino
Yeah, Gino Rodriguez, yeah.
Gino Rodriguez, and working with them in the protocol area.
Okay, so you get things going. You're involved with it. Always doing something with the sport, which is good.
Yes, the organization is doing great things for the youngsters, not only in Puerto Rico, but outside Puerto Rico, with the Dominican Republic, Panama. One of the VP or the executive director, Olivieri, he's doing a great job with Francisco Valcárcel.
Yeah. Well, you have organizations all over the world with the World Boxing Organization, all throughout Europe and Asia. He's got organizations with WBO very well represented. I remember when he first started, back over 35 years ago, he told me, Joe, you got to help me. I'm getting a new organization started, and I was the first member to be involved with the WBO. Yeah, back when he first started, yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing a great job helping different areas that need resource.
Exactly. Now, what do you think? Here you live in Las Vegas. You've been in Vegas before. What do you think about Las Vegas today?
This is amazing. I don't think you can connect a year from Las Vegas because it's continue. You come and you will see buildings and roads, and this side of the states, the west side, it's amazing the way that there construction everywhere, and even in the strip. It's a lot of
a lot of happening. Everything is developing so fast. I mean, I've been here 31 years in Las Vegas, and it's just an amazing city. They call it Sin City. I call it the city of hope because there's so many opportunities for you here in Las Vegas.
And they have the Formula One this weekend,
correct.
and it's amazing how they are building the racetrack.
All on the strip.
all on the strip, and they're doing a super duper great job over there.
It's amazing.
Thousands of people, I believe, they're going to come through here.
Yeah, I mean, I was through there last night. I couldn't believe it, how it is. It's all lit up. Everything's like a racetrack. I couldn't believe it, how beautiful and how big it is.
They turn it, from night to the day, they turn it out in a racetrack.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they have a 10-year contract with the Formula One, so they're going to be going for 10 more years.
Super.
It's going to be amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So now, what else can you tell us, our youth out there, our viewers, about military? I mean, you became a 2-star general. Not too often we get across to talk to somebody with your experience, with your background. You're in the position now. You retired as military, and how about the military cadets? Any military cadets in Puerto Rico?
I can tell you, I belong to an organization that it's an acronym is OCS, where they develop cadets. They go into the school talking about what the military do and how they can do a career with. And the other day they were mentioning that out of all the states, Puerto Rico is one of the best that they are recruiting for officers and the military and the armed forces.
Yeah, I think it's very important that the schools get more involved and the communities get more involved with the military cadets, because it's definitely a way to get yourself started, to learn discipline and how to do things the right way, because there's too many crimes out there today with the youngsters that have nothing to do. But I think the military cadets teaches you a lot of discipline. You learn that when you're young. A lot of these kids come from broken homes, and they need a little direction. They need somebody that they can listen to. And you get that definitely in the military, where somebody gives you direction how to do things the right way.
Those values, once you learn and maintain them in your inner body, you never lose them.
Exactly.
And a lot of military people that are strong, mental strong, and they are good citizens.
Exactly. No, I think so. I think it teaches you to do things the right way, because I know that when I was in the military, about keeping yourself organized, keeping all your things, all your personal belongings, your beds, your dresses, your clothing, everything's got to be a perfect way in order for you to do it the correct way, because when they come around to do an inspection in the barracks, they come to do the inspection, you have to be standing there, at attention, and they come and check everything out. They check you make sure your bed is nice and tight. They drop a quarter on the bed, and the quarter got to bounce off. It got to be nice and tight. your drawers, open up your drawers, all your underclothes, your underwear, everything got to be in perfect order. Your shirts, your uniform, everything got to be right.
If you learn the basics, those simple discipline, you will be disciplined the rest of your life. The rest of your life, and if you take care of the simple things, you will take care of the strong and not good things.
Definitely gets you on the right track, because that's what we need a little bit today. More of the children today, the youngsters today have nothing else to do but other than be on the phone, playing on the phone, or playing all kinds of games on the tablets and computers. But let's do the little things, be more active, get more involved in communities' duties, do things in your community, do some volunteer work, help the seniors out there. A lot of young folks out there are not being taught the right things in life.
And one thing that what you're mentioning, I want to make echo, because not too many people know about being a citizen soldier, which is you can have your civilian job and you can be a military.
Right.
And 50% of the armed forces is at the reserve or National Guard.
Right.
So which that means is that you will take all the benefits. You can get a retirement from the armed forces, as well as you do your own career. And the good of it is that in the military, you can plug in everything you learn in the civilian, you can do it as a military. And that's something that is very, it's very, I would say, it's good. It's good because you get stronger in the civilian as well as in the military.
Right. I think it definitely teaches you to be a stronger individual in life by being in the military. that definitely gets you on the right track for sure. I think that when I was a youngster coming up, there was a Navy cadet program called the St. Martin's Nautical Cadets, and I was involved with them when I was about 10, 11, 12 years old, 13 years old, and that's before I got into boxing. But it taught me a lot, and it helped me a lot when I went into the Army. It taught me I knew how to march. I knew my cadence. I know how to march, and they made me a platoon sergeant. They put a band on my arm with a sergeant's stripes on it, even though I was a private, because I was able to show the soldiers teach them how to march and how to deal with the cadence and how to do with the rifle and know how to clean the rifle, take the rifles apart and whatnot.
And the good thing is that you when you start learning the different pieces, you start as a leader for 12 people,
Right.
then 44, then it goes to 100. It doesn't put you into a up the scale.
Right.
You go going through the different echelons, and then you get developed with the learning how to manage different type of personalities.
Can you tell our viewers out there what is the age limit in military? From what age to what age?
I believe right now it's 32.
32
is
the top?
the top
Yeah.
to get in. But once you are in, you'll go all the way to 60.
60 years of age.
Yeah, 20 years for a retirement,
Yeah.
but the age of 60.
Okay, now at what age can you qualify to go in? You got to be 18 years of age?
Yes, sir. Once you finish high school.
Okay, do you have to be a graduate of high school to go to the military or not necessarily?
Yes, sir. In Puerto Rico, by the way, we do have U.S. Naval Sea Cadet, and we have another program in the National Guard
Right.
for the dissertation high school people.
Right.
They drop up. We bring them in. We give them all the resources to finish their high school, and then they can decide what they want to do.
Okay.
It's not a military or oriented program,
Right.
but it gives you the resources to complete your high school,
Right.
and then you decide what you want to be doing.
Well, that's a good program to have because.
Challenge. It's called Challenge Youth Program,
Oh, that's good.
and it's managed by the National Guard.
Okay, and that's a bilingual program?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Good,
It's
good.
a lot of people, a lot of students. I mean, they have got the opportunity to graduate from there, and they are professional. They have continued university. They have continued into the armed forces, or continue their own life in the civilian.
Yeah, I think that's a message that we have to get out there more openly to the public.
And I thank you for this, Joe. Definitely.
Because a lot of individuals do not know that this program even exists. And being that it's out there for them, if they know it's out there for them, you get more individuals involved. I think you need more people to get the word out there about this type
To
of
outreach,
program.
yes, sir. And Puerto Rico, as I mentioned, is one of the regions that do a lot of outreach, and we have the best numbers on recruiting or orienting personnel.
Yeah, I think that would be great to have that in all states around the whole country, this type of a program, because it'll definitely get the individuals that are having some difficulties with finishing their schools, education. A lot of kids that come from broken homes, they get involved with gangs, with drugs and whatnot. We don't want that. We want to teach them to do things the correct way. And the military program, it definitely is a plus.
And there's alternative. It's the only thing that they got to do is look for it, or somebody requested so we could visit the student.
Okay, could they go online and see it online?
Yes.
Okay, any emails, anything that you could recall?
They can call the National Guard directly in this case.
Uh-huh.
Naval Sea Cadet, it's a program that is open in Puerto Rico, and then we call the OCS. I forgot the anachronism of the OCS. They have two anachronisms. But they are all there in the web, and usechallenge.com and the U.S. Naval Sea Cadets as the OCS.com.
Okay, so those are available out there for you individuals to watch and see, get you on the right track. It'll definitely make you a better citizen out there. I think that we need more of these type of programs nationwide. They have it already in Puerto Rico, and they have it bilingual in Puerto Rico. And they should have that here in the United States. You have a lot of individuals here in the United States that need some guidance, need some direction, and I think that that's the way to go. Rafael, I can say Rafael, I can say
Yes.
General Rafael Arel. It is an honor to have you on the show today with us. Thank you so much, and God bless you always. And we salute, and God bless you always.
Blessing to what you're doing, and thank you for all you have done as well.
Thank you so much. See you guys next week.